is on.
The stream is on.
I've also started recording. And I will pop up the chats. And I will... Damn, I'm thirsty. I should drink some. Wah-ah. Damn, water is good. It's really good. Hello, pig. How are you? I'm calling my viewers pig again.
Yeah, I know.
Just what I do, you know. Boom. All right. I think that's I kind of have a plan why things are not working. So we'll fix that. I'm actually looking for these things, because I know they do this as well, like, wait, where do they do this? Here, these things. But this will not work in this kind of way. It's gonna be taken from here. They do it also in here, but it's wrong to do it in here. Because we should do it earlier. Yeah, this is super wrong. It shouldn't be done per... At least I think it shouldn't be done per... Well, I guess if I were to take it, we can do this. We can take it from here, yank that. And we could also sig build dash watch. And we start a new one, sig build run. I don't think we need to save. I'll just do build out of habit. And then we see that it's completely fucked. But I think if I go to... We don't need actually that whole thing. Let me close that. Let's open the main real quick. Because this is correct information, I know it already. Then we start again. And let's see. Draw a geometry, and then when I invite a new pipeline, find the descriptor sets. Why do I do them here in that order? Good, how are your life going? What's water? I hear this is for the first time in my life. What a nice tree. Thank you. Water is something very good that you should take up, and it's the best. There's nothing better than water. Am I right, Harold?
Yes, water is the best. It's like with food, you know, there's a bunch of great food and a lot of it is unhealthy, but water is just always water. You
Yeah,
know?
it's just water, and it's good.
Yeah, everything is just water with like extra bullshit. So like water must be the best.
Yeah, there's no other way. Okay, I'm gonna add this in here as well, and I think that should pretty much. Let's see. Let's see, what does it work? No, it doesn't work. I thought that would have actually fixed the damn issue. Let's see. Min depth. I do have the depth. I don't know. I'm drinking water. What the fuck is? What kind of water is that? Because viewport, min depth and max depth. I feel like this should be pretty much alright now. Set viewport. And it's the, well, that could actually, well, it doesn't matter, it's the same. Sorry. There is one more. No, it couldn't. Could it work? Do I have to update it? When should I update a? Hmm. Let's look into this. It should be one over here. Aren't you doing? Yeah, I'm doing the thing you told me, but I need to fix a few other things before I do it. I'm just trying to fix the depth buffer first, because it's fucked and I don't understand why it's fucked. Pipeline, create pipeline here. Max depth bound, min depth bound, that should be okay. Depth right enable, depth right enable, and then depth test is just vk. .c, .vk true. That one. We can do this. And we'll save it, will reconstruct, but it's okay. Okay, I see. I seen cubes, not spheres, so I wanted to ask. Yeah, it's still cubes, but I need to fix the depth buffer before I continue, because this is so strange. I feel like it should work. And then there's the pipelines, which gets created. From the material. Yeah. Here, this thing. You need to build pipelines. I mean, I feel like that one should be greater or equal. Compare. Greater or equal to. So it's gonna look at this thing. It still feels like it's not even active. If it puts it defaults to in the renderer. I clear it to be 1. Shouldn't I clear it to be 0? And then if it's greater or equal than the value that is inside, it should overrun. Still nothing. Min depth bounds, max depth bounds. How am I supposed to look at this thing? It's so weird that I don't get it right now. Less. It feels like it doesn't do anything. It's just completely useless. There's one other thing that I could try. But I know it's there and it's connected. I have been to the
Lucas, can we
rent.
make the background? Can we make the background color be white so we destroy everyone's retinas?
I think I'm gonna put it back to black.
Ah, how dare you? He said
Yeah.
the color. Beat him.
I remember I
Do
once
you
had
know
a
that
bad
in
day and I
Spanish?
started coding raycast method of depth that the next day I had what the fuck I was doing here. Yeah. Hello, penguin operator. Yeah. This sucks. I have no.
He's operating those penguins.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna try one more thing, which it's a bit risky, but it's okay. I'm just gonna do that, or worst case scenario is that I actually just get a lot of validation errors. I think it won't be anything worse than that. Let's see. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna take all of this, and then cut that, and then I'm gonna go to. Let's see. Where do we do get matrix clear copy to begin rendering? Here I do that. Yeah. I'm just gonna do this one over here. I don't think I need it. It's not anything specific now. And I'm gonna do it once and see how that works. I didn't really do anything. And I think we are gonna get validation layers. No? Okay. I thought that would actually give me validation layers. But it's so strange. I don't get it. Why is it not just working? Could finish writing it, but it would have stuck. Yeah. But let's see. Why is my def buffer just not working? I don't get it. I feel like it should be working. All of the things are just there. I think they're valid. A bit of a flashbang in between there. Let's do a GPT. What? Depth buffer working. Let's see. I have no idea. Like I feel like everything should be working, but it's not. I feel like all of the information is
Yes.
valid. It's connected. It even says in render doc that everything is valid, but yet it's not. I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to do then if everything seems to be connected? Let's see. Is there anything else that may be relevant? No. What the fuck is this? I'm sitting in a dark room and had a flashback. Damn. Let's see. Looking careful, it sees several errors. Could be depth buffer not work, especially since the color rendering seems to fine, but objects like to draw on top of each other are incorrectly. Break it down thoroughly. You're creating the depth but yes, this is correct. Yeah, I know it's correct. Memory type, yeah. Depth attachments rendering info, it's also correct. Pipeline depth test, that should also be correct. It says it's correct. Vertex winding front face. Vulkan depth test can be behave only in face calling winding order wrong. Do I have the wrong thing here? Make sure your mesh vertices are actually counterclockwise in clip space, otherwise the backface calling may discard. I'm pretty sure it's. I do have counterclockwise, but let's see.
Counterclockwise means.
Yes. Let's see. Here, face counterclockwise. Yep, and mode back bit. Yep, they are that. Push constant world matrices. Your dynamic transform push constant. If your model matrices are incorrect, the object might be rendered at wrong depths. Depth buffer won't magically fix mispositioned geometry. No, but everything is rendered correctly, so this should be fine. Dynamic rendering versus render pass. No, but those are fine. Most likely causes it's not enabled in your graphics pipeline. You define enable depth, but you never call it when building your pipeline. Loki should have used Vulkan Sig. Nah, then I would be. I don't want to use those. Nah. I think they're getting more complicated using bindings. Like I always like. Then you have to go back and fix, and then they update, and then there's another thing, and then something is not in the thing that you need. I just feel like I'm going back and forth with that all the time when I try to use a binding. So I don't want to do that. I'd rather just use the pure C library. I would have the same issue with the binding right now because it's just something I have oddly connected, which is weird because I feel like everything is connected right here. Def right might be off or compare wrong. Def right true, compare VK compare or less. I don't know. I kind of bored. Don't have my desktop and my Arch on laptop. Looks kind of like meh. And I think about writing compositors for it using Vulkan the API. That sounds crazy. But it's a good idea, probably. So what's the issue right now? I don't know. It's okay. It's just depth buffers. You see this tree? It should be in front of the cubes, not behind them. Like you can see, the tree is actually like there, right? It rarely goes behind, if it ever goes behind. I don't think it does. Probably should stop having it spinning because it's really hard to see it. We can do this. We can do that, and then we can take, what the hell? Okay, my bad. I forgot. Yeah. Okay. Wonder if there's an easy way to do it. We'll just do this. Position. I will not move its position. I will just tell it to be 2. Rotation. Don't need to rotate it. Could just be a 0. And scale. Don't need to scale it. Just tell it to be 4. Right, it's upside down. That's very funny. This makes sense. But if I go underneath, this doesn't make sense.
Yay.
The tree should be in front right now.
Cheesecake. I mean Harold, of course.
Harold is what is Harold doing here?
Yeah. What is he doing?
Depth isn't depthing. Exactly, it's not depthing this piece of garbage. And I feel like I have checked everything and everything seems to be alright, but yet it's not. I think either I'm just doing the compare wrong, or it could maybe, but that would be weird if it was this. Yeah, nah. Sure. Disable calling and try just playing around with the front face until it works. Well, that would be weird if that would actually fix it, because that what? Or do we have the restoration shader? Rast. Oops, my bad. Rast. It's here. Cool. Mode none. Nah. Okay. That would be very smart, Cheesecake. Clockwise. Nothing. Is that? Oh yeah, because do I actually have the light moving? Hey, what's this? The window manager you're using? I'm using Hyperland. Wait, is that? Yeah. So strange. Still depth isn't depthing. Yeah, depth is not depthing. I don't understand. Because when I run it through render docs and I see the values that it presents me with. It is okay, it's correct. But when I then view the actual visual stuff are not correct. You can even see here that the tree itself has incorrect ordering. Oh wait, but no, this is not because of ordering. This is because of the back face and front face bit stuff. Yeah, never mind. Well, anyways. Counterclockwise, it's what it's supposed to be. I know. And then I don't know. It's and then this one should be also the mode back. But let's do front. Let's see what happens. Front and back? Front bit. It's gonna look so wrong. Because you can see it looks, yeah. Now, this is correct behavior. Here, what you can see. Now, if I put the back face, back bit, right? I cannot save it. Boom. This is how it should look like. But I don't know, something goes wrong. Like I don't understand, when I look from this angle, everything is fucked. That's so strange. Another day, another bug. Yeah. Well, this bug have been stuck on for 2 days right now. So it's the same bug but another day. Yeah, depth testing. I don't understand, because the values are processed correctly. They are correct when I review through render doc. But yet they are not doing the visual thing correctly. Check the depth screen on the render doc. Alright, okay, we can. Oops, I took the wrong thing. I wanted this one. Okay. I can I and I can see my shit that I was telling when I was tired. Planet receiving a legendary name. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see. Wait, how do I switch to? Can I view like visually depth testing inside of RenderDoc somehow? I just looked at the structures being passed, but not the actual visualization of this thing. Can I see that? You can pick it to be just depth test. I forgot where. Okay. Let's see. Overlay. Ah. Okay, okay. Okay. So, yeah. So why does it think that this? Oh, is it? Why is it thinking that all of it is valid? It's valid all the time that it draws. That is weird. That one should not be valid. That one is behind, and yet it thinks it's valid. Huh. Yeah. But it's still so strange, because the depth buffer that I submit should be, or it is valid. I know it's valid. It's right here. I don't know, like, because I cleared to 1. Should it be cleared? What the hell? I cleared to 1, but I think it should be 1. Greater or equal to... I think these ones also use greater or equal to in theirs. This is the one I follow. Or replicate. The attachment. Let's see. Here. No, they put it to 0. So maybe I'm just doing that wrong. But that's attach. But I've already tried that. Whoops. Depth attach. Depth image barrier. Color attachment. Hmm. Rendering. Hmm. Hmm. Because they put it to 0, but I don't know. 0 shouldn't really have a. Nah, still incorrect. Can you explain how you want it to be? What do you want it to be in front of which can't simply be the object to be simple quads? To be well, you can do it, Lucas. I believe in you. No. It's I want the tree. The tree is right there, right? So I want that to be rendered in front of the cube when I look in this kind of way, because it's closer to the camera right now. So it should be processed through the depth buffer to be closer. That's what it should be doing, but it's not doing that. Yeah. And I think everything is correctly set up, but I have no idea. I'm just reading this C++ tutorial that I was following along. Yeah, we are doing it right now. I could take another snapshot with this new information. Aren't you moving to the cube constantly? How are you rendering the cubes? It looks very weird. The cubes, they're actually rendered correctly. It's just because of the, again, this thing is off. Because if you look from this perspective here, it doesn't matter because right now it's like if the depth buffer was disabled, right? And I'm looking towards the same direction that I'm rendering stuff. So it's correct. But when I come from the other direction, yeah, then things mess up. Funny. Yes, let's see. I took a new screenshot with this version. And then let's see depth test and go here again. So that should all, wait, that one is actually in front, but this one is behind. So this one should actually be rendered with a red. Near the end of timeline. Wait, what? Can I? Oh yeah, the color texture for isn't that just the color texture that's being used for the drawing? Like that's fine. Because that's the cube is, they don't have any textures. They literally just have well a blue color for every other block. Depth? Wait, where do you see the depth being white? So the output on cube. Uh, it's all white, yeah. I wonder, could it be also because of let me check one thing. Shouldn't be, but it could be, but it would be weird if it would be. Shouldn't have been. I went too far. I'm trying to find the projection here. No, okay, near 0 bar is 1000, so it shouldn't be really a big of a problem. Shouldn't get too much imprecision because of it. Ow, flashbang. Yeah, I was thinking if the pipeline would be the issue, but I don't know. For me, it's fine. You can also, like, here I enable depth testing. I put it to true, and then this one is also coming in as true. I have checked it. And then this one is greater or equal. Can go into here. It's this one basically. I hope it's good enough quality. Less or equal maybe. Yeah, I have tried that too. But it doesn't seem to... Well, we can, again, less or equal. Where did the thing go? Oh yeah. Now nothing is rendered. That's great. Let's see. Capture that. Yeah. Mm, if I take the old... If I take back the greater or equal, well then it will be back there in place. Boom. Setting pipeline front face maybe to counterclockwise or clockwise. I've also tried that one. It doesn't change.
Counterclockwise.
It is in the right settings right now. That what I do know. But then you can see that ball right there. This one shouldn't be rendered on top. It's like it's completely ignoring the depth buffer. And it is there though, and I know it's there, but it's just like everything that's being drawn is completely ignored. This is super strange. I mean, could it be something with the projection matrix? Well, that, nah.
Lucas. Speaking of projection matrices,
Mm-hmm.
look at my stream, alright?
Wait. No. People are in the, not now. Unless you use reverse logarithmic depth, then projection matrix is correct, I think. It's made by you, so what you expecting? Yeah, I'm expecting what? I'm expecting, wait. But do you have depth test enabled? Yeah, I do have it enabled. Through here, this thing goes into it and enables it, and you can also see in render Dr. Kinetic 1 where it's visible. Yeah, let's see. Texture. Here, begin rendering. So here I pass in a depth attachment, and it has all of the information that it should have, and then a clear values to be 0. Wait, but no, that's correct. So it is passed in here, and then, but then it's just completely shitting on itself. What if you set instead of, yeah, that's, I used to have that, but it doesn't really. Let's see. Render info depth there. Oops. Depth is equal to 1, and then I could do another capture from there. We can go back into here, launch that one, and then I could begin render. So depth test and their clear values, depth. So now it's 1, right? So then we can traverse this thing in texture. Now you can see here it's like all like this. And then it just puts it. So we do have the right thing in that sense, because everything is white right now, so it doesn't really matter. So it should be 0 in that sense. Because if I now take a screenshot with 0 instead. Okay, less or equal. Okay, yeah, we can try that. Where is it? It's enabled there. greater or equal, less or equal, and well, nothing. Take a snapshot from that, and going to here, take that one. Let's just see render. Is it called snapshot? I think it's called snapshot. Depth. I'm just gonna check that it was cleared to 0. Wait, it was cleared to 1. Did I save? Oh, you wanted, was it, you have 2 times, no, it was supposed to be 1. You have 2 times enabled, then one is for 3 or other, no, this one is for, so, this one is for the opaque pipeline. So I create here, opaque pipeline, and then enabled depth testing and put it to false for the transparent pipeline. But I'm not using the transparent pipeline. So yeah, we're fine. I think. We should be fine. You shouldn't be using the transparent pipeline.
Lucas.
Not now, not now, not now. I
No,
mean, I
no.
could try disabling it so it won't change, but it's still the same behavior because we're not using it. So it will have the same as this one because they're using the same config. They're just being initialized with the same config. Then I just do small tweaks. Set blending destination. Okay. But yeah, so now the reverse behavior should be on this one when we go through here. It should paint it black, right? No? Okay, that's bad. We don't want to do that. But I think it's right to have this one to be 0 and then this one just to be whoops, greater or equal. And then I take a snapshot from there and we go back to here, reload that one. Because at least in here, this thing now, I'm just gonna make sure that we have the begin rendering. Structure, clear values, depth is 0. So you can see it's all black. And then as it starts to draw, it puts the white stuff there on it. So it at least this is correct. But it's just doing the comparing wrong somehow, that it's overriding in the depth buff. It thinks that something that is further away is closer, right? It should paint black. Oh damn, boys, we got monitors have been delivered. Yay, not PC. Can you export the frame capture? Yeah. So like, I have no idea. It feels like it's not doing the correct range or something. That it thinks it's either true or false. It's like it's nothing in between. Hover. It's just a corner. Right click to big pixel. Yeah, it's either true or false. There is no like, I don't know if it's supposed to be saying like 0.5 or something like that, but it's like it's true or false. That's it. I don't have anything in between. Okay, export. Can I export this? Export as. Does it matter for you what you would like, Totsa? XML. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna. Where do you render doc? Lucas. Frame render as invalid permit was passed to render the KPI stream created with invalid file. What? Okay. I'll try this. No? Let's try Jason. No? Is it because couldn't convert file planet sigma render doc IO file failed to open? For write permission denied. Oh, it doesn't have permission. Well, I guess I could just restart it once and run it with sudo. Can I run this with sudo? Maybe I can. Alright, I forgot to close the application itself. Where did I put it? There it is. Well, I already started. Sudo. Nah, it doesn't like to be run with sudo. It's okay. I will just take a new one. Like that. Oops. Like that. Let's see, right click it. Open in save. File. What if should I close maybe that before I export XML? Vulkan stock. No? Save. Bro. Where am I I was trying to save it in okay. Let's try again. I will do it as an export. Capture Vulkan stock. Like so. Okay. Wait, are you on the Discord server, Tosa? 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 Alright, so I need to go for my little beam tomorrow. I need to set up those monitors. Alright, see ya, pig. Alright, I sent in cool things, the XML. Is that enough or do you need something more? Hello, Stony Eagle. How are you? It's very strange. Because it is like correct. The def buffer is there. Okay, good. The def buffer is there, but it's still not just being rendered correctly. Good and good. What's up? What about you? I'm sad because the depth buffer ain't working. The depth buffer ain't depthing right now. It's like it's either 0 or it's 1. It's not the depth is 0 or it's 1. It's always overriding the thing that is. I'm actually just doing the wrong compare. You may just call me Stony like everyone. Alright. I will call you Stony. Damn. Alright. It's so strange. I'm so confused. I mean, it could be because of... What is my other options here? Because less than did not work. Less than was obviously fucked. But I don't have many. I have... And then it just completely says that up. It's like, it's 100%. What if I do Crater? I don't know, that shouldn't really make any difference. Wait, am I even running the thing? No, I'm not even running the thing. Where do I launch a new... What? Pipeline mesh. Launch app there. Launch. Grader. Oh! Well, that kind of works. If I don't have grader but that's because it doesn't. Yeah, everything is equal now, but equal does not allow to override. So now it's just rendering order that matters. Ah, that makes sense. Okay, guys, so it's kind of there, but kind of not. Ah, god damn.
It's very much not there.
Yeah, okay. I'm a software and web dev. Never made a game in my life. Oh, games are fun to make, and especially in the web, you can make also quite easily. Yes, you can. Shut up, Harold.
Making games is a bit overrated.
Yeah, now it will always be this rendering order. The what's it called? Is it called trunk? What is this stump? Is this called a stump? What the fuck is it called in English?
Trunk.
Is it called trunk? The trunk.
What's it called? The trunk.
The trunk will be rendered first, then the shits, the leaves, and then the cubes last. So they will always be visible in that order. So yeah, you can see that
That's
I have the daylight going by apparently because it's shading. uh, well, I don't know. Okay, I will export this one also. I will take a beautiful one from here, a snapshot from there, and I will file export capture, and I will call it Lucas doc 2, and I will send this one to you, to over there. Upload that file, and let's see, where is it? Lucas doc. Oh, this might be too big to push over at the Discord. Let's see. Ah, no, I don't. Ah, it's too big.
Push it as a file, bro. As a file.
I'm pushing it, pushing it as a zip file.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
It's Swedish.
um, it's 40 megabytes. The max is 10 mega. What you can send. So yeah. I don't have nitro. So if I had nitro, that would be possible. But yeah, I don't. I think we could do this one. Let's see. I think it maybe be able to pinpoint exactly what's wrong, right? Because we kind of the depth buffer is there. Upper seems to be there, but when it it's not draw, but when it I'm gonna say draws to the depth buffer, it fully puts it to 1. So thing be 5 or 0. There are no values in between. Wow, that's beautiful. Rar it and split them. I'm give you a link. Oh shit. Okay, wait, let me see. Okay, this makes sense. If your depth buffer is being cleared to 1 and all your fragment, okay, it's cleared to 0. I should have been more explicit about it. Stop. It is cleared to 0. Then when it fills in those spots, I know it's just the reverse of what it's explaining, but just in case. And then with those spots, it becomes 1. It is not continuous. Continue. Well, I guess it's there's no point there. 1. There are no values in between. Uploader and give me code key. Okay, let's see. Uh-oh. Let me just do this. Where did the thing go? I moved it around and now I lost it. Okay, I will open a new one. Shit. Okay. Send, receive. Okay, so okay, I can send it here. Okay, good. Which one was it? It was the wait. Yeah, this one, the Lucas Render Docs. Wait, should I send both of these? I'm sending you both of these. Yeah, okay, yes. Link. Wait. Send. How? Send. Okay, and then expires in soon. I will DM you this link now. Let's see. I am very good at what I do there. Oh, yes. Okay, so it's proving depth buffer is clear to 0 and then everything draws 1. That actually depth oh wait. That's actually a depth mapping issue rather than a problem with the depth buffer itself. Vulkan depth values are determined entirely by your clip space. Oh, is my clip space fuck? Which comes from your projection and model matrices. And here's why. So it could be those. Your depth buffer is reversed. No, it's not. Shut up. Far plane. Vulkan expects NDC mapped 0 to 1. So after perspective divide vertices, the near plane are closer to 0, far plane closer to 1. Near plane closer to 0, far plane closer to 1. If everything ends up 1, that means after your projection, the model view matrix of all your vertices are ending up at the far plane. Likely cause, wrong projection matrix mapping. You have projection, radius, ratio x near, far, multiplied by -1. Many math libraries produce OpenGL style perspective matrices which map set to -1, 1. Vulkan expect 0 to 1. Simply flipping x-axis is not enough. You likely need Vulkan specific perspective matrix set uh-huh. Flip y for Vulkan. What the you're flipping nothing in here. Let's see. Vulkan specific perspective matrix maps set correctly. Notice that set mapping and set I far near far maps near far to 0, 0 to 1. This could be the issue actually. Model view transform pushes everything far. Check your camera view matrix. If your view matrix is incorrect, inverting or scaling, all vertices may be effectively projected to the far plane. Quick debug view identity and draw a cube at -c if depth becomes fractional. Okay, that's another one that could be, yeah. Draw a single cube from camera origin. Clear depth. Okay, let's try that first. I think that is probably one of the so we're gonna go to view. Should probably here view. You can see I have already done this test before. Like that, and do I have it running? I don't have it running anymore. All right. We can start it from here. Oh wait, I do have it running. Great. And then if I save this, we should be like so. And let's reset our position. We shouldn't move or anything, but I don't know. Now nothing is drawn. There should be. Okay, you can see there's the cube at least. We could maybe move the cube. It could work. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Or we could move the position of the tree. Which I think it's better. Yeah, let's move the tree instead here. No, it's not there. It's in the projection here. So we can take the position here to be in x0, y0, z -2. So it should be, we don't need a splat then. My bad, guys. So now it should be in front. There it is. It's upside down. -4. Still a bit too large, maybe. Let's do 1. Okay. We can still take it a bit further away. So then we take a snapshot of that. We have an identity view. So let's see about that one. If you load this one into here, and then we can take it in here. We can open up this thing. And let's see, what does it say? It says 0, and it's still 0, 1. So this didn't really help anything, it's just 0, 1 still, okay. Then another thing you told me to try is to look into the projection matrix, or the perspective one. Which you just pass in here, FOV near far. This one shouldn't be problematic, but these ones could be problematic. Let's see. Gonna respond to that message with this message. And then I'm gonna check, because I don't think there is anything, should be, I see exactly what's happening in perspective function. You just posted almost good, but the signs are slightly off, which explains why your depth ends up actually 1. What? Your current, okay. But Vulkan expect NDC set in row 1. Doesn't Vulkan use left-handed? Yeah, no. Vulkan uses right-handed. It's X to the right, Y positive upwards, and then Z goes towards your face. So if you have your hand like this, your right hand. And 0, 1, not -1 to 1. Yes, yes. That's Vulkan. Wait. Is Vulkan actually... Yes, and it's right-handed. Yeah, it should be right-handed. Well, are we talking about... Is it the difference between clip space and an actual world space? I know, because at least when you render stuff in front of you, it's the negative Z axis, right? But the right is still positive X and the up is still positive Y. Or not? Is it negative? Is it positive Y negative towards? I would say it's upwards. I have always done upwards, at least. Maybe I'm doing it wrong, am I? Vulkan coordinate system. Y-axis direction. In Vulkan, Y increases downward, opposite to traditional Cartesian coordinates. If not correct, this causes the render image to appear flipped vertically. Ah, well, it's still AI response, so let's see. Unless you rotated the matrix. Uses 0 to 1 depth range instead of OpenGLs. This improves depth buffer precision near the near plane. The depth value, okay, wait. Flip the Y vertex shaders. Okay. So it should go textures coordinates. Wait, what? Coordinate about the coordinate system, Vulkan. So that means if I'm going upwards. So if I'm going upwards, it should go. I should go in the negative coordinates. Said there in the. Wait, what? Sloppy. What I described is just commonly. What? Y is negative, so. Oh shit, then we need to change it. Oh shit. Right side, downside. Okay, what? No. Using world default was sloppy. What I described is just commonly used convention of the Vulkan have similar blah blah blah. In can I what? Coordinate system with Y plus Y downwards plus Z out of screen behind default and X to the right. Okay. I was wrong then. Okay, great. Well, that's okay. Let's see what does this one say. Negative because near far is also negative. We can expect ended set, so correct Vulkan perspective function. So isn't that the oh negative and then far? But should I still do? Just copy ChatGPT function for projection matrix perspective. Okay, we'll do that. Let's see. Can do it there. And let's see, do that. And we can just do return new. It knows that it's listing the new. like so. And there seems to be an issue with that new. Why can I not just don't need to do that. Don't understand how it knew that that was still an issue. Let's see. New. It should have a what? I'm literally using new right here in the old one. Why would it now be a problem not to use a new? It's a matrix. Dot new. I am in the matrix. What the hell? Ah, my bad. Yeah. And then it's still, let's see. Oh yeah, I don't need two of those. And then it goes there, and we get that, and we don't need that, and we can close that, and let's see, that should be good. Let's see, and then okay, and then we can go to renderer, and we can go here, and let's quickly do this then. Take back the movable camera. Whoa, okay, things are a bit inverted now. Wait, how do I? Okay, I got this. Oh, okay. Now that looks better. We just have some controls wrong. No, wait, it's still wrong though. Oh no! Oh no! No, it was the illusion because if I go, okay, fuck it. This is hard to control. If I go over to here and then I turn around, yeah, it's still wrong. Yeah. I actually got my hopes up. It still has the same issue. Oh man. I have only greater than. So if it's equal, but this proves the point. If it's equal, it should be greater than the leaves here because these two, the trunk should not be equal with the leaves, right? That should be impossible. So yeah, that shouldn't be the case right now. So it kind of proves the point that it's still wrong. Because one far less than maybe because one is far, zero is close, so less is closer. Then I would have to change the what's it called here, so it would start from 1, right? And then when you get closer, if it's less than, then you override it. How find clips in Twitch? What do you mean find clips? Yeah. And then compare less. Now that should be that behavior, but there's nothing on the screen. Let's see what it actually does. Let's see, we can go into here. Texture, and let's see. It's interesting. Okay, so here, let's see. Everything is 1, and then it starts to draw these things. They should be right in front of me right now, but they're not. So that sucks. Because everything is yeah, what doesn't right? That's really strange. Uh, that does nothing either. Or equal. Nothing. Greater. Oh. Hey, greater. Bam, it's back. Ah, the movement is so inverted. Okay. It's mic in context menus. What? It's so weird. I cannot possibly understand. It's like it's so strange. I'm pretty sure it should be one and less or equal, but it's weird, really weird. Yeah. I think we can go back to the trying with the because it shouldn't be like bam like that, you know. It should be more like having the in between values. And let's take the. Where is the tree now? Why is it not seen? What? Position. What? That is wrong. Why is the positive coordinate now a Why is the positive set putting it into the screen? That is wrong. It shouldn't be. This is
What do you
wrong.
mean put it into the screen?
It's
Isn't the entire renderer's purpose to put it in the screen?
No, shut up, Harold. Shut up.
Hmm?
Shut up.
Hmm? I think I have a point here.
This shouldn't change the. This just it flips it. Or you mean in this thing? Go to.
Okay, Lucas. Me
One,
and
two, three,
Cheesecake
four.
might make our like a custom shell, alright? And then we're gonna force you to only use that, alright?
I don't know about that. I'm still waiting for him to do the overlay painting thingy.
The overlay painting thingy?
Yeah,
What?
so I can paint on the thing that I show on screen. Wrong in no, it is this index.
Ah.
It is this one. So
What?
it's
I mean, bro,
0,
what?
1, 2,
Bro,
3,
bro,
4,
bro,
5.
nah, Lucas, you yesterday you said about this, and then I was like, oh, you should have an app that paints on top of your screen, and you were like, nah, what is this thing? Huh?
I just have some hate towards you. That's all. Okay.
Ah, okay, well that's fair. Okay, that's okay, that's good.
That'd be cool. Be cool. It is the right index because this one is the one that flips the world view. This apparently seems to do it for me already, so I shouldn't have to do it inside here. But yeah. Or like I shouldn't have to do it like this because they already do it for me inside of the creation. But the fact that I have to move this to the positive, that's just wrong. It should be a negative. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, now the AI is just tripping. No, 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 no. So maps depth near to 0 and far to 1. Depth buffer, keep forward along. Okay. Like you said, I guess. What if you set camera near to far and far to near? You mean swapping them? What are they doing? They're just, yeah. So they swapped the subtraction here. And I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna take this and just put it in there. Okay. Let's see. And then we put -2 on this one. There, now the 3 is in the right spot. Okay, that's correct. But still this is so strange. Why would it? So you divide far over near -4. Okay, whatever. But why is it still rendering as if it's thinking that everything is still in one clip? Okay, I'm gonna try a different model now. This is annoying. We're asking Grok. Is either 0 or 1, but does not values in between. Ah, that's one word, but whatever. And then we're asking Gemini as well. Let's see. Is there another Claude? Should we ask Claude as well? Another one? DeepSeek. I haven't used DeepSeek though. But I don't know. Do I have to create an account or can I just ask straight up? Oh damn. Okay, let's see. Depth of performance or getting core. If your depth buffer is only ever even fixed projection matrix, then not matrix anymore. It usually comes down to Vulkan prides and depth buffer. Let's go through. This I know is correct. It's not wrong. Depth bright enables. Yep. True. Compare OPLS. No, but those shouldn't really matter. This is problem. How is this a problem? We may discard depth rights after a render pass. You want store operation store. What? Really? Okay. Nas didn't change anything. Uh, just so you guys can see here, it doesn't change anything there. Make sure your vertex position are in a view space correctly. Forward, along, near, yes. Otherwise I wouldn't see anything if this was incorrect. Okay, didn't give me anything of value. The most depth buffer ends up looking binary 0, which almost no gradient in between RDs, or most likely. Projection matrix is broken. Almost everything gets clipped on or mapped to near far plane. This is far the number one cause in almost every near. This destroys the depth precision and usually close to sort of too large, age 0 and 10, accidentally using style projection. Okay. Yes. Okay. Because I kind of... Let's see, projection here. Okay, but we can manually just overwrite these values. So we can say near, let's do something stupid. We'd say 1. Okay, we don't say 1 because I can't navigate properly in this. Why? 1. Don't do that. Why? Back, and then let's do just 100 here. Let's do that. Now, that is actually slightly better. Let's do 0.1. Still pretty bad though. What if I change this to 10? That's not 10. Interesting. Let's see if I change this one back to using the movable. So it takes into account the position. Whoa. Still pretty bad. But at least the movement got fixed now. I don't know what's... Right, because I cannot see everything. That's why that looks funky. Where did the tree go? There it is. I don't know. It's like slightly better, but still pretty bad. Let's take a snapshot to see what if this did anything good. Did I capture? Yeah, I did. There. So let's look at the out and let's start drawing. Okay. Oh, there depth is. You see? It's better. There is actually depth now. But it's quite fast. It goes like immediately up to a 1 now. It's like 0.94. So why is this the case? Because I should be able to have like 1,000, right? Or 10,000. Like depth is starting to depth. Yeah. Exactly. But I should be able to have. Am I wrong? I should be able to have 10,000 like far plane without any problems, right? Because that should mean that if I went like this, let's say, and I changed it to like this is starting to look pretty alright, but you know we cannot go around like this. This is dumb. Okay. Let's see. Maybe it can narrow it down. Let's yank that. I change it to this. It does take values in between, but I don't see until I am up close. You need to set up to the root cause of what you're seeing now. In Vulkan DirectX Metal 2, the normalist device coordinate entity range perspective. Then the depth buffer values are non-linear. Most of the precision gets used up very close to the camera. The values to the object's world space distance 1 unit from the camera map roughly to anything further than 1 unit is depth 1 far plane. You only need geometry when extremely close within 0 world units because only then the depth noticeable. Pass use near far. But if I do that, I cannot see again. Then it again breaks. 0.1 and then 1,000. And why is this considered to be closer than a tree? It's like so strange. Am I right? If I take a snapshot of... could it be... No, it could not be. Let's take a look. So it does this, it says, yeah, 9, whatever. And then it continues on. And then when it gets to here, this one should not be a 1. This one is like way further away. For some reason it thinks it's super close. Oh, again. Yeah, no, it's a very broken. Which I don't find like it doesn't make any sense. Why would it do this? Let's see. Okay, I'm having better luck with Grok than with GPT. Is there something else? What did I do material? Well, it makes sense, but it's not actually. Well, it's part of it. Whoops. All right. Still clips incorrectly. Let's also give it the projection matrix thingy. Or the perspective. It will get all of the other things from it. Yank that. Let's see. I think probably this is very inefficient to have this like this. We can close that, and then we can take another one over here. Sig build -- watch, like so. I would try to help you, but I'm an OpenGL person, not Vulkan, and Vulkan I don't understand a shit. Vulkan is a scary person. No, this I think I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm just it's probably some matrix multiplication that I'm doing wrong. I have a high thing. I think believe that matrix in NumC looks very close to correct for Vulkan. Right-handed. Right-handed. It should be left-handed. 0 to 1 depth, but there's one critical detail almost certainly causing the incorrect clipping behavior you're seeing now. Object Spring clip. Look at this part of the perspective. The F on the second row is standard way to flip Y for Vulkan, good, but the Z row has a problem in the combination with your view matrix and or the handedness you're using. Most likely root cause, your view matrix is inverting handedness twice or not at all, while the projection assuming a right-handed eye space common Vulkan convention shouldn't be recurrent get view matrix, get rotation matrix looks like it's producing a left-handed flip depth view matrix. The inverse on the rotation part, the signs you're using often leads to set pointing positive instead of negative, which mistakes projection matrix. Set Okay, wait, before I continue, I think it isn't Vulkan left-handed y minus just being up and set minus z, well, being forward plus x right. So yeah, alright. So I need to get some food and get to sleep back to my school in Poland after student. Okay, good luck with pig. See ya whenever I see you. I hope I get this depth buffer until next time. It's not left-handed by default. It's generally considered right-handed, but with some important nuances that often leads to confusion, especially around y direction and depth. No. Oh wait, is this different if you... No, this is object mode, world space. Choice, what? Where is the just Vulkan? Location choice, camera usually, what? Oh my god, I don't know if this really helps me. This is where Vulkan differs most from OpenGL, okay. So let's see, right, down, into the screen. Isn't that then a left-handed coordinate system? If you go to the right, and then y is down, then you would have, you cannot, well, you could do this, but then y positive can no longer be into the screen. Oh wait, they say, what? Okay, this, nah, okay, it's tripping. Nah. The direction is negative, not positive. That's where it's tripping. Okay. What after perspective divide introducing the wave camera? What? Along what? What? Okay, I think okay, this one is also starting to make no sense anymore. Or is there a difference between clip space and the actual? I have no idea any longer. This is weird. And let's see, yes, that I have done. Yes, and let's see. That I shouldn't have to worry about, it should be fine. Less. But then you reset to 0. Min the viewport. But hold on. Let's see. Min the there. 0. Well, if I tell that to be 0, shouldn't that then... I mean, there is a stupid way I could fix it, which I wouldn't like. Because it's an invalid fix. It didn't work. I thought it would actually fix it. What if I were to just go in here? No, that shouldn't... That's weird. Let me try this. Whoa. Still nothing. I thought that would actually change it, but apparently not.
Look at my stream.
But if you change it then, so now we change that it's from 1, so now nothing should be drawn, yeah? And then we go to the pipeline, and then when we create it in here, that's fine still, but we have to go to this thing, and we change it to less than. Less. Now, that's odd, it works. There's no fucking way. So the problem was... Could it actually just be that? There's no way that was the issue. Such a simple, pathetic little thing. No fucking way. Okay, well, there was a bit of multiple issues, which is the projection was wrong, but if I change this to 0, I think we'll have back the same old issue. Okay. So, yeah, you shouldn't use plain 0 for the renderer, apparently. Why is that? Why should you not use straight up 0 for near plane? we can take 0 point. So we can go in. Whoops, I meant to go into camera. The camera structure. What the hell is going on? There. So we can change. This won't apply now, but it will apply next time that I run the main app. So that's why. Well, actually, I should close it now because otherwise I will not have it. Shit. Projections, because I don't the I don't have them to be hot reloaded, the structures with the pure data. I could have updated it through the loop and we wouldn't have to restart, but it's okay to do it as this, as well. It's okay. But yeah, I don't have the structures to be hot reloaded because that's kind of like, it's the ECS, and I think if you do changes to the ECS, the actual data, if I'm gonna have to copy that over on a hot reload, that's just gonna be too much pain. So I'm gonna figure out a better way to do it, kind of like having some meta files or something like that. And then you will update, it will just update those, and once it's done, it will override or something. Yeah, we'll figure something out. But for now, we just do this. And then we can go back to render docs here. We can launch another one. Like so. And bada bing, bada boom. Everything is there. Very nice. Harold.
Yes.
I had to do some changes in the perspective creation for it to work. I will send you the things. Could you
Yeah, no,
do?
I think this is a Vulkan and OpenGL thing. So
Yeah.
just make your own perspective function in there, I would say.
What? But you could also just
Yes,
have.
no, without-
You could add a.
I don't do that shit.
What?
I
You could
don't do shit.
you could have a create perspective Vulkan or create perspective OpenGL, or you could take it as a enum or something like that. Or what is it? Yes.
Yeah, nah, man, that's not how this math working. You can just copy that and have it in your own code base for now.
What the hell? Why is there stuff in the bottom over here? What the hell has happened? Use of unclear T, right? Well, I'm probably just gonna use F32 in here anyway, so I'm just gonna say they are F32 estimated, right? I think they are. Use. And then we're gonna return a. This is a NC mat matrix. And then it also has to be. Wait, what the fuck? Yeah, okay, I don't need that if check. Use of unclear identifier, okay. And then we can just use this perspective in this thing. Yeah. Just do that. And it should be the same. And it is the same. Good. Now that's crazy. Now we just have to figure those things out. But that's okay. That's okay. I think if we were to go, we can take this thing away and we can close that one, and we can actually create another one here and do a sig build run, because I want to fix one thing. If it's supposed to be, I go here and then we look here in the composition here. So if I go up, this should actually go in the negative, if I understood correctly, right? This is still correct, yeah. But is the convention actually like up is negative in Vulkan? Well, I mean, as long as I'm persistent, I don't really think it matters, maybe? Maybe? I think it's better to have Y positive. I like the negative set, but Y positive is still something I prefer. I don't know. We'll go with this for now. That's another thing we need to. So I think then it's fine. We don't need this print here because I can add those in other places. I will still leave that one because it's still kind of weird. Let's see. Do I actually have, yeah, I do have the sunlights to change. Huh. You barely see it, notice it though, but it is changing. Like it's maybe if I do times 10. Yeah, now you see it. It's like I could probably, what if I made 0 with here? I think it will go by. No? It's still active. It should apply 0 alpha then. Interesting. Maybe I'm ignoring the alpha in the shader. Probably ignoring the alpha in the shader. Making things red? Sunlight color? It doesn't look red to me, but okay. What if I do that? I'm just messing around a little bit now and I can, you know, it's fun. If I do this, no effect. This should have a funny effect, but it doesn't. What if I do this? Yeah, okay, that had an effect. So what if I do this? Wow! Now that's what I call light. 3. Wow! Sure! It's fun to mess around with these things. I think we can maybe do this. That's 0, so it will just go along one axis. It's easier to follow along. Wow. And now we can take it from there, put it in there, save that. So now we should go around, yep.
Bro, the like SD.sig is like the worst designed API ever. It's unbelievable because they have a tokenizer, but you don't even need the tokenizer for making the AST. I guess it's just doing their shit in there. I don't know.
That's funny, Harold. That's so funny. I wonder who asked.
Your mom asked?
What?
Yeah, yesterday.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I wouldn't believe it even if she told me that she did. All right.
Well,
We're gonna
not so bad.
you're gonna continue on with the planet now because apparently this is working. Let's see. We're gonna do a quick git add dot git commit gem working depth git push. Boom. Nobody saw my password. All right. Okay. Then we can continue with the actual damn planet generator that is supposed to do something. So in here I do generate all of the things like this. But let's see, I think we're actually supposed to change it a lot now. I think I can close all of these. Yeah. Let's open this one. And then we go, actually, I'm just using this, I already got the GitHub for it. What is this? Okay. Maybe it's easier to navigate with the actual projects. I don't know, where did I put it? Game engines? No, voxel plans. Yeah. So we can go in here and then we can select the scripts, generator, and not this. It's actually called world something. There it is. This thing. So this is what they do, right? And then they have somewhere the that thing. So we're here. And this is what I basically, let's see, they generate each of the, based on the position, and then they do an evil. This is kind of like where marching cubes already comes in, and how they create it. So this is just evaluating, and this is, I think, already for the actual, like, preparing the cube to be, yeah. I don't fully understand the math, the math. Um, let's see. I know it's somewhere here. Yeah, so here they create the voxels. Then after I created the voxels, this is basically this thing, create voxels here, right? And then they have created it, which goes through here, does a little bit of fancy stuff to evaluate what kind of thing it will be, what kind of voxel it will be. There should be a calculate, calculate. That's why I didn't find it. Which is, it is this thing. So after they have done the density, apparently, for the thing, and then they go here to calculate the vertex sharing. Wait, no, calculate the mesh data, mesh data. And then here they just have verts in a vec 3. That's crazy. And then the triangles, and then the density. And then they go through in every one of these voxels that they just basically created. And they get the density for 8, okay? A density they store in here, okay? And then they march whatever this thing is. Can I go to it? It's not found. Okay, good. So I will just have to do a manual search. Great. March? Isn't it just a function? It seems to be a function, but it's not found anywhere. What the hell? March. March. Ah, there it is. And their cube position, tetrahede in a cube. What the hell? And then it goes in, does this, and then what does it do? It just calls this thing. Oh, okay. And then it takes in the stuff over here, and then it continues. And is this the thing? Probably is the thing. That. No? I'm trying to find where they have that huge ass thingy, but it's not here. Okay, it's okay. Okay. So, great voxels. This is basically what we got so far. And that's pretty much it. Nah, there's a lot more to it. I have no idea how one would go about creating these. There's so many sphere. There's so many things here. Evil big planet. Radius, world position. World position is equal to minus. So they take the world position, and then the height of wherever the world position is. I assume that's the. Yeah, wait, is this the actual vector? World position, so it's just the position of the actual. Okay, it's world position for this voxel, not the world itself. Okay, so you have where in the world this position is, and then you subtract it by radius of that. Okay, or whatever, which way is up, but let's say it goes there. Why would you subtract it downwards for the y component? And then the planet, whatever that means, it takes that and a new vector and subtracts, so you take it back up. What? And then you do what? And then you take the magnitude on that position minus the radius. Why would you go up? Isn't that just basically taking you the thing that you just subtracted? Are you basically just adding back in here right now with this? No, 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 no. Okay. No, are you? Aren't you? I think you are. If this is if this is an element-wise operation, because you do a subtraction and a subtraction, it becomes positive. It's just basically adding this back to y, and then the zeros, well, that comes nothing. So you have the same thing back, and then you do the magnitude, and then that's just, well, and then you do subtract that by the radius. That could make this one makes sense too, but that only makes sense if it's clear from the center that you generate your planet in the center, I think. Otherwise, this is not right, but that makes sense. And then you have planet, whatever that is supposed to mean. Main noise rigged, world. Ah, okay, so you still need. Okay, so you need it for another purpose over here. Okay, I was like, what? Oh, so that's why they do it. They take it back like that. Why? It's such a weird way of doing it. Why not just do world toss magnitude? I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'm missing something. In the vector tree, 1 multiplied by 1,000. Okay, that's some funny looking ass noise over there. -1. Okay. And then the density. I think we can probably try to just do marching cubes first, and then we'll try to figure out how to make it spherical. Or should I try to make it... No, should I do it at the same go? That is the question. Let's see, I think I got another resource. Not that one. We can open up all of this. I think it's this one. But that one is a bit different also, so. Yeah, it's the same one. These two are actually the same one. This is basically, I think, what it is doing with the radius. So you take the absolute value, the magnitude of the point subtracted by the radius, and you get something like this. I think that's the same thing. Each corner stores a material about the surface the contains it, and each edge stores the data about it. The intersection with this surface from the data contains and the voxels. We can generate a polygonal mesh, but how can we define the initial surface from which we extract the mesh? We can define the surface in an implicit way. For example, given the following sign distance function SDF of sphere, point is equal to absolute value minus the radius, we can define the surfaces for all those points. These are the distance. So we can set difference distance values or iso values instead of to define the distance surface to the that we can define. Okay. So does that actually just storing all the voxels in memory is not feasible, as we can see in the image below. If the planet were 2 kilometers in diameter and voxels occupy 0.5 meters, assuming 4 bytes per voxel, we will need 240 gigabytes. Well, 240 gig, yeah. I almost had that, so I almost have that amount of memory, so we're cool. We're cool. Now I have 64, but still. Okay. Solutions such as using octrees only requires voxels of minimum size near the surface. Yeah, this is what I want to get into, but let's see. Let's first get that damn. So, I can use SDFs to, or is it called SDF? Sign distance function. So, is that just doing that, and why would that work? Because it's taking. I need to draw this thing. Okay, so if you have the coordinate system, right? And then you have. Let's take the. Let's say you. That's a perfect. It's a radius. Like that. Okay. And this is y and this is x. We don't have it set here. And then you have a radius of whatever, let's say 100. And then, yeah, if you get the magnitude and you have a block way over here, okay, it's easier if I this is that is two, that is 2, right? We can do it even easier, can we? If that's 4, nah. Okay. We can say this is 2. Then this one is the square root of 2, which is this is 1.14, something like that. That looks like 19 almost, but you get my point. All right. So the radius is then 1.14, and then if you subtract any position, so then you will get. You take the absolute value of this, the magnitude, you get 1.14. Then you subtract the radius. Yeah. So if you do this, and then you have like you have the 2, which is the magnitude minus the radius, which would be 1.14. I don't know, like how are you supposed to calculate what is the ideal value here? Or if you say the radius is something smaller or larger than. If it's something way outside the thing, you would have you will have a positive value. If it's something within bounds, you will get a negative value. Basically. Yeah, that's what you would get. I think. Okay. I think AIs are pretty good with these kind of questions. So I'm gonna GPT that and quickly ask. So let's take that. So if trying to do a planet using voxels and marching cubes, would this give me a value if the voxel is 2? No. Two. No. If the voxel is no. Give a negative value if the voxel is valid range. Yeah. Yes, you're on the right track, but let's clarify. You wrote P is the positive vector of a point voxel center usually relative to the sphere. Center, this is signed distance function, so it has a clear interpretation. If point is inside, yeah, if it's inside the surface, point is exactly on the surface, it's outside the surface. So if you're using this with voxels in a point, the voxel gets valued PF for its center. If the voxel value is negative, it's inside the sphere or inside your planet. It's positive, it's outside. When you're using marching cubes, it interprets your voxel grid value as the scalar and extracts the iso surface at 0. That's exactly what you want. Voxels where FP is smaller than 0 are solid regions of your planet. Example, sphere radius 10 voxel at P 1 to 3 relative to center. Yes. And the negative voxels inside the sphere. So yes, your SDF correct gives negative values inside the box. Okay, I mean we could try something stupid first. I like doing stupid things first. Then I never do the smart part, but where this is actually just generating one block, right? Now, because we got this one block vertices, right? We append it here to the slice, but we could also, let's see. Yeah, I think we could do before we do this if here. We could do an if and check if this block should be, it's not in a right spot, it's not where I'm gonna leave it, but it's where it's gonna work for the moment being. So we could do an if And then how could I evaluate if this is... We could keep a radius in the planet itself. It could be actually in here, but we're gonna do it in here. Const radius. And I'm gonna give it a U32. And I'm gonna tell it to... Let's do something... What do we go up to 16? I'm just gonna say 8. Should be fine. So, and then if... how do I evaluate this block's position? We have... Well, we do have X, Y, and Z up here, but there's a small problem with this thing is that... Well, I'm always building the planet... Oh, shit. I should probably go from minus to the positive. Like, it should be... Because right now, well, it's probably good still to build like from one corner up, because then I could always evaluate the center of the cube by just adding 0.5 instead of being like, if you're on the negative, then you will have to do minus. Do you have to do minus? If I go -1, no, it's still plus 0.5. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But I can build still the cube from one point and then up. I don't have to build out from the center. I just have to be clear that if I have size, for example, here now, then I know that the planet will have this kind of... will be generated this kind of size. This is kind of stupid. I should probably reuse size as... well, we'll do separate for now. And then we will find a way to combine these two. With radius right now. And then I can figure out, based on this, where the cube is. Where it's going to be generated. So we can do an if here. And if it doesn't fit, then we won't generate. So we'll try to just make a blocky sphere. That's... if that makes sense. That's what we'll try to do. And how we do that is that we need... I'm gonna sketch real quick. I'm gonna get... let's see, I get this thing, right? Bam, 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 bam. And we start always from here. And let's say this one would be an invalid one, right? So... And then I need to make sure that this one is also invalid one. So we need to get center of these ones. That we can get quite easily. We got the X, and well, we will just go X and Y right now, right? And all of the points that we are covering right now is just these ones. We are calculating from here. So how we go up there is that we have to plus 0.5 or 0.5 to all of the... That's a beautiful 5. All of this slots, so then it will go up here. And then another thing that we need to do is that right now we cannot just do the magnitude, because then it will do from here every time, from the center of the world. We need to take it from here. And how we do that is that we have size equals to, well, in this case it would be 3. So we need to divide this by 2, and that will be our origin point. Yeah. So we'll get this, and then I will have to take whatever this position will always be a positive in this case. So that's kind of nice for us. Maybe it's not a good idea to generate the measure from a... if it's a problem later on, then I will change it. But for now, this will work. Yeah. And then what I have to do is I have to take this, and I subtract this, or I can... It doesn't matter which one I subtract from who. Who? I think I take this and I subtract that. We'll do that first, and then if it's wrong, then I don't know. If... And then I do an nset vec3 f32. Wait, how did I create one of these like this? No? Okay, I'm just gonna do it outside, it's easier. Const pos set that vec3 vector 2 is equal to, and then we can create it like this. We call it b, x, b, y, v, z, like so. And then we can go here, pause the, and then we can subtract it with the world center, which would be another one. But this one, it's a bit easier to create, because I think I can just say splat, and then we just say size by 2, and then we pause block, pause planet origin, but anyways.
Cheesecake, what should the name be?
Block. And then we can do a and set vec, and we go here, and then we go with magnitude normalize. No. Distance. That works. That is what I want. Well, length I could also do, but I could just do distance. Wouldn't that just be the same thing? You take from how far from one to the other. So from, but magnitude would be absolute value by default. So, but this already does the length. So it's the same thing. It's just, what's the same thing I was about to do. I can do this. It's fine. If distance absolute that value, and then if it's smaller than radius, then we do this, then we add it, and if it's not, well, then we don't do it. Let's see, there's a few problems. Unused, what? Ah, look at that, yank that. So if distance between position block minus that, what is this? Expected to, or oops. Okay, let's see. Damn, boys, look at that. It worked first try. I wasn't expecting to have it working first try. I'm not that good usually. Wow. That's crazy. Harold, we're basically there. We've got a planet. Damn, my boys.
Wow, that's kind of that's a planet.
It is a planet. It is a real planet. It's not a fake one, you know. We don't like those fake ones. And what we could do is we could change this now just to 4, and it would be very small. Well, that's not very small, but it's it's kind of small. Another thing, I could probably change this now to be, instead of using that, we could change this to be size. Size. Could I also just change size by half here? Let's see how that would look like. So I wouldn't have to have a separate radius variable. Yeah, that's way better. And I think if I just made size, I don't think this will increase, so it's like perfect also with the, it's not perfect. It's horrendous. So, what if we do size divided by 3? I didn't mean that, guys. I meant okay, 1.5. That's a cursed. Okay, I cannot do that. That's because this is not a. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. No, let's keep it like just size by half. So that would be 8. I think that's pretty darn good. I mean, I'm like missing 2 blocks here, maybe. I think it's 2. It's 1. So it's not too crazy. So I could, if I did equals. Nah, that's disgusting. And it's not even persistent. What? It's just some. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. Let's keep it that way. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, we're getting somewhere. So we got the thing. You can see it's shiny as well. It's very cool. We could do other funny things. I like to do some funny things always with these things. You know, you could. If I. Well, it's a bit fun to mess around, you know, a little bit while you do these things. So I like to do that. We're gonna add this, and then we're gonna change it like that. And instead of doing, oops, like that, we're still gonna do mod 2, but we're gonna take position of 1. And look at this. Fuck, what did I do wrong? That is because, why is this wrong? This one should be, look at that. First of all, we should have that. And what is wrong now? There's expect a 4 element array. Color, right, we need the alpha. I forgot about the alpha. Oh. Wow. This is not looking like a planet anymore. It never did though, but I like it. I'm just messing around a lot. Okay, next thing. So let's see here. Storing, we don't have to worry about the octrees yet. We're gonna get there, but I just want to get to the marching cube kind of. I don't think this one does use marching cubes though. Um, so what is this mesh generating? Mesh is generated using dual method. Therefore, what's dual method that places vertices at the voxel edges are known as primal, such as marching cubes. Wow, well those them inside the voxels are known as dual, such as surface nets or dual contouring. Therefore, the implementation algorithm consists in generating a vertex for each active voxel and generating a face for each active edge. A voxel is active if it contains an active edge, and an edge is active if it intersects with the surface. Okay, so they're doing it slightly different. I think they get very. I didn't do that. I don't think they do marching on this one. They do something else. I think I would prefer the marching one still, though. Yeah, no. Let's see if we find one that explains the marching cube, kind of. This one seems to be using marching cubes. Marching cubes. Here. The training is made using marching cube algorithm. The base form of my code from this video series was a big help with generation. I have made minor tweaks, changed speed generation. Okay.
And then we cross our fingers.
Cross our fingers. That sounds like something I do when I program. Marching cubes, dual contouring, smooth terrain, triple texture trunk. Okay. And I think it's the same person, maybe. Don't know. Marching cubes. Okay. It's just like beginning 7 days to die in Unity. Damn, that sounds extreme. So is it just terrain material. So it seems like it's just like
Let's see if
the.
it works. And there we go. We have some terrain.
Ah, that's crazy. I don't have that yet. Alright. I don't know if I should watch that during a stream, just to not get copyrighted. I don't know if that's a valid thing to do, so I'll probably do that off stream, but it's or at least the research. I don't know. Is it anything different from reading documentation and articles and other people's source code than to watch other people's video? I don't know. Let's see. I do have a few resources on marching cubes though, so we can still open up these ones and check them out. Ideally, I would like to see some source code that's not Python because it's so abstract. Okay, I don't know if I can read this language though. I wasn't thinking when I... It's not secure, I'm getting hacked, guys. Probably should not have this one because it's not in English. Let's check this one out. Okay, oh yeah. Yeah, this one I think was pretty alright. But it didn't have any code examples? No. It's okay. We can still read it though. Let's see. Yeah, okay. And this is a table. And then, okay. Now this thing could work. This one I think is fine. I think it's fine. Well, I'm only saying good ones, okay. And let's open that one as well. This one looks pretty alright as well, but there's no, okay. Wait, can I click? Oh, okay, it wasn't interactive. Damn it. Okay. Okay. Using marching cubes algorithm. Let's just start reading one and see where we go. During my time as an undergraduate research assistant in bio, we created a Python script that had displayed three tumors using the marching cube algorithm. Here I'll outline how the algorithm works, then I'll show you implementation example using marching cubes function from Python. Marching cube explained. The marching cubes algorithm takes in a 3D scalar field as an input and generates a polygonal mesh from an ISO surface. Definition: a scalar field is a function that returns a single value for any point in space. Okay. For our purpose, we'll represent it as a 3D array where each index x, y, and z corresponds to a scalar value, and an ISO surface is a 3D representation of a surface. An ISO surface is a 3D representation of a surface. What? With a volume of data, e.g. 3D scalar fields, where all points have the same scalar value, referred to as ISO value. The resulting polygonal mesh is a collection of vertices, edges, and faces that can be used to display a 3D model. Process: first, the scalar field is split into cubes such that each value at x, y, and z is the corner. Wait, let me see. Yeah, okay. Is the corner of a cube. Okay, first is split into cubes such that each value x, y, z is a corner of a cube. Okay. For the 8 corners of each cube, wait, what? First scalar field is split into cubes such that each value x, y, z is the corner of a cube. For the 8 corners of each cube, okay, it compares the 8 scalar values to each ISO value. Each corner is assigned a bit and in an integer. If scalar value is higher than the ISO value, the point is inside the surface, and if the scalar value is higher than an ISO value, the point is inside the surface, and we set the corner bit to 1. If the value is lower, the point is outside the surface, and we set the corner bit to 0. The final sort of the comparison is an 8-bit integer. Given the point can either be 1 or 0 and in a cube has 8 corners, there are 256 different configurations and each configuration represents different ways the isosurface intersects the cube. Since there is a number of configurations, you can pre-compute them in a triangulation table, which tells us which edge to the corner to form triangles. The table keys are the 8-bit integer corresponding to the 256 different configuration.
Yo, I
What's up?
fixed Codeberg.
You fix Codeberg? Sure.
Damn, that was just a process, I guess.
Well, how did you fix Codeberg?
Well, I didn't have like a SSH key. Since I got Codeberg, you know, I like changed computers and a bunch of shit. So yeah.
How is Codeberg? I haven't yet, like, I have created the account, but I haven't like switched completely yet.
I haven't switched either. Like it's just because me and Cheesecake wanted this thing we're doing together now to be on Codeberg, and I said like, yeah, alright.
Have you asked
For me,
Cheesecake?
it doesn't really matter.
Can you, if you have Cheesecake, can you ask him where's my overlay drawing thingy?
Yeah, nah. It just ain't.
It just ain't. He doesn't care.
I could make it for you.
You could. I think you could ask Cheesecake for the start.
I ain't promising anything.
Oh, okay. We should still fix the damn bot though. I think it's pretty sad that we have it there, but it's not working.
What do you mean? It's working. You can do leaderboard.
But I mean, people need to level up. They need to level up.
Nah, they have XP. They have XP. That's all they need.
No.
They just present.
People
the
need to
level
get
system never even
colorful.
existed.
They need to get colors.
Yeah, too bad, man. I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna continue reading. Within these configurations, there are only 15 unique configurations. That's because many of them are inversions of existing configurations. Each of the cubes is 12. Wait, each of the cube's 12 edges is assigned a numeric label. See figure below. Wait, what? Okay, so wait, there are 12 edges. What? How are these edges calculated? What the fuck? How am I supposed? What? I'm so confused. Where are these edges actually? Like, what the hell? But where are all of these 12 edges? It's like, okay, so you have 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's like, okay. So you have, okay, now I see. I was like, I was so confused. It's assigned in a numerical label. See figure below. The value stored in the triangulation table refers to the edges by their label. One example of a triangulation entry is 00001, whatever. 083. The key indicates that only one corner is inside the surface. The value for the configuration is a list telling us that edges 0, 8 and 3 should be connected to form a triangle. So you say 0, 8 and 3. Okay. See second cube in the figure below. Okay. Another example of an entry is, okay, so you get the array of indices, okay, or edges, I guess. Okay. Where edges 0, 8 and 1 form a triangle and edges 1, 8 and 9 form another triangle. A third cube in the figure below, each triangulation list will have a length divisible by 3 and will contain 5 triangles. Okay. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I'm back. Welcome back, Totsa. I don't know. Did you leave before the thing was working? We got the thing working. Yeah. And I made the cube colorful. But it's working. I think it's too much though. What was the cause? Yeah, the cause was I changed. Wait, let me take up the. First of all, it was with this. I think the far and near was kind of flipped in here. Another thing was this part down here. Wait, let me. That's the D init here. The draw is. So yeah, I'm doing one. So I'm doing the less. Let me show you the material. And here, so here I do the compare less. That's the thing we should be doing. And actually I should. Oops. While I'm at it, I should actually take care of this thing because otherwise I will have issues in the future and I will not know why. Well, I don't know, that one actually just disables it. But anyways, yeah, so compare less, and then it makes sense that in the renderer we put the depth to be 1 when it's cleared, right? Another thing which was problematic is if you look at this is why we couldn't see the thing working in the beginning. And that's to do with in here. Where's the projection? There. If I used to have the near to be 0, right? And look what happens when I put it to 0. Oh, it's all gone. You cannot use precisely 0. I don't know, I probably have been told this before, but I never paid attention. But yeah, 0.1 is what I use. It's just stored in this variable over there, 0.1. And then it's fine. So that was another thing that had to change. Or, yeah. But basically that. I don't know, 0. I don't think anything else. I don't need like any more precise than that. Well, I guess you can kind of, I don't know. It's a bit weird, I guess, but it's not too weird. You're not supposed to do this anyways. I think 0 means you divide by 0. Oh. But wait, I don't do a check for that? Near. No, I don't divide by 0. It should crash if I did a division by 0. Are you planning on depth pre-pass? No, I don't. What is that? I'm not planning on it because I don't know what is that. On GPU. And what is that? I actually don't know what that is. Oh shit, time is a lot. Okay. I will look into a few of these things actually. I think I'm gonna watch this thing. This one seems really good about explaining what things are. I'm gonna look into that real quick. Division by 0 on the GPU. Depth pre-pass, you render stuff once, then execute objects behind. You can search it on the OpenGL or something tutorials. Wait, so division by 0 on the GPU. You render stuff once, then execute objects behind. Huh. Okay, well, I mean, right now it's not a thing that I'm really interested in. I'm trying just to get the planet to generate marching cubes. That's kind of the next step here. So I'm gonna try to get towards that, and then whenever the thing you talked about, if it ever comes up again where it would make sense to do it, then maybe I will do it. But until then, I will just make the thing that is most urgent. All right, but I will. We will be here. This will be done. This is done for today. Oh, that would be nice. Thank you, Toza. Okay. Yeah. Okay. No, but I should probably update the current progress. The current progress is way better right now. We can actually do that while it's still live. I think I have a shortcut for that. Wait, like so. And we'll just allow, and then just go, wow, look at that. And then we'll update it. Where do we have the overlays? I think I just current progress there. Let's see that I take the right one and not the wrong one, right? What is the date? It's 2026. It's probably this one. And let's see if it updated correctly. Wow, look at that. There's the current progress updated. All right, everybody. That will be it. Good night from me. We will be back tomorrow again. Bye bye. Harold, do you want to hit it? Harold? All right, he's not here. But bye bye, everyone.